beautiful day in the Northwest. We're out here at one of our customers' homes, Max. Max has kindly let us into his home. We're going to learn a little bit more about air conditioners today, and Jerome is going to tell us what's up. You guys ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, what do we got here, Jerome?
This is an air conditioner unit.
Air conditioner.
Yep.
Tell me a little more about that.
Well, this is really the outside unit in your system that's going to be doing a lot of the work for you.
So we know air conditioners cool. They make your home cool.
Yes.
So they take. Tell me how exactly it works, because I really have no idea. I mean, I turn on the AC, cool air comes in, and for all I know, there's a genie out here blowing cold air in my home. How does it work?
Well, in a nutshell, it's the heat inside your house is being absorbed into the refrigerant, and that refrigerant is then getting pumped outside, and the heat's rejected outside. So more or less, it's a heat pump. It's pumping heat from one area to the house or to the other.
So it's not actually moving cold air; it's moving heat.
Yes, that's correct.
See, that's kind of misleading, because you think an air conditioner, you think cool, so you think that it's bringing in the cool, but it's actually moving the heat just out of your home.
Yes.
And as a result, cool air is coming in.
Yeah, temperature of the air is dropping. Yep.
Okay. So why don't you tell me the basic components of an air conditioner?
Okay. Well, the biggest area of the heat pump or the air conditioner here is the coil. The coil is what's wrapped around the whole unit.
And that's similar to a heat pump.
Absolutely,
it's just
yeah.
all the way, it pretty much covers about almost all of it. Really, it goes from here to it looks like here.
Yep, wraps almost all the way around.
Okay, and the point of the coil is?
Well, that's where you're condensing the gas into a liquid.
So the gas hangs out in there. The refrigerant hangs out in the coil.
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah, it goes through it.
Okay, what's the point of it? What's the point of the coil?
That's where all your heat's getting transferred. So the heat that was absorbed inside is getting basically pumped out here, and then that heat's getting rejected outside.
Okay, so if your air conditioner is running, you can expect the coil to be warm. Heat's going to be coming out of it.
Generally, when you put your hand over this, you should feel heat.
So is the fan going to be running whenever it's on?
Yeah, absolutely, it should be.
And is the heat, so the fan's going to just, what's the job of the fan? Is it pushing the heat out?
It's going to be pulling in air through the coil,
okay,
and then pushing it out the top here. So you need a good transfer of heat. So yeah, like I said, sucking in air across the coil, pushing up the top.
There you go. So the air's going to be coming out. What else? We got a bunch of wires. They look pretty nice, put together nicely. What is this? What's going on all in here?
Well, pretty basic system, really. We have the contactor up here that's tucked up in there. That's basically what separates the high voltage from the low voltage signal from your thermostat.
Okay.
And this is a capacitor.
Good to know.
This is probably one of the most common failures we see with air conditioner and a lot of times heat pumps out there. In fact, on a hot day, a lot of times we'll install about 2 or 3 of these.
So capacitor is this one, and the contactor.
Yep.
And you said both these parts, frequently, they can go out.
Yeah, I mean, average lifespan is hard to say for sure, but you can expect to replace your capacitor within 10 years of the unit being brand new.
So if your unit's 10 years old, it's a hot day out, you're running your AC, something's not working right, could very well be a capacitor or maybe even a contactor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you would definitely want to get you guys out here,
Definitely.
certified HVAC technician, to take a look.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over what else we got. Is there anything we should cover inside?
Well,
why don't we take a look inside? So what are all the parts inside of the air conditioner, Jerome?
Well, from here we can see the condensing fan motor, and you can see the fan blade is connected to that motor. If you look down in there a little further, you can see the compressor, and that compressor is really what's doing all the work here. Along with that, you have the copper tubing that's connected to the compressor, along with the coil, and then some of the tubing is going right outside to the line set here.
And what is the copper? What is it? What's the point of it?
It's the medium that you use to transfer the refrigerant back and forth.
So that's where the refrigerant's hanging out? That's the road or the highway?
It's the refrigerant highway.
There you go, refrigerant highway. Trademark name, Miller's 1 Hour, folks. Okay, so this right here is the refrigerant highway, is what we called it.
Yep.
And that is what's going inside the unit.
Yes. Basically, yeah, it's connecting this outside unit to the inside unit inside.
All right, good to know. And what is this?
This is the electrical power supply. It goes from the disconnect, and from the disconnect here it goes into your electrical panel. So it goes from the disconnect here into the unit, and this would be basically the way that you would turn the power off to this unit if you had to service it.
This is the juice. This guy right here.
This is your power supply.
This is the juice. This is how it's running. And this looks like an important box. You said it was service disconnect?
Service disconnect, yep. If you ever
Can I open it?
Sure, yeah. If you ever need to turn the power off to the unit, you can just open up the panel. And of course, there's different varieties. You're going to see different styles and all that. But in this situation here, pull the power is as simple as pulling the plug out. And that disconnects the power to the air conditioner unit.
Okay, service disconnect, tubing. What about this guy? We got some wiring on here. Is that okay? What's the purpose of that for?
Well, the homeowner, Max here, put some protective wiring around the line set here and then the drain. And it was to try to detour his dog from chewing this stuff up.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And that's actually somewhat of a common problem sometimes is dogs will, for some reason, are attracted to the noise these things produce, and they'll chomp on the refrigerant lines, and they can do some damage. You can see here, this is the actual control wire to the air conditioner. That's what turns it on from the thermostat. And you can imagine if you've had a dog bite through that line, it's going to cause some problems.
Is that a frequent have you seen that before?
Yeah, I've seen it actually a lot of times.
So that's something to keep in mind. If you have pets, like specifically dogs, they're going to be chewing around puppies. You want to make sure that this is protected somehow so that they're not coming in here causing all sorts of problems.
Yeah, and you want to make sure they're not doing their business on the outdoor unit either. That could cause some damage to it.
Oh, on the coil, I never thought of that.
Yeah, that's another problem.
What is this right here? It looks like some sort of drain.
Yeah, this is just a PVC drain, and this is actually piped all the way from here upstairs to the coil. And all the moisture that's produced in the air conditioning mode is actually getting drained, piped, and then drained outside. So you can expect water coming from this pipe, and that's completely normal. In fact, on a hotter day or more humid day, you're going to see quite a bit of water coming out of that thing.
Awesome.